ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They are the part of the Department of Homeland Security that carries out immigration enforcement in the interior of the United States. They're responsible for immigration detention, for immigration raids, for deportations. All of that is handled by ICE. And over the last few years, they have figured out a couple of really devious and frankly undemocratic ways to move more money into their detention and deportation account. ICE is taking advantage of a little bit of congressional dysfunction because it's taken Congress some time to pass long-term spending deals. ICE is taking advantage of the short-term spending deals to overspend how much they've been given each month to spend, particularly around immigration detention. And then when Congress does pass their long-term bill, they demand to be bailed out, to get more money to make up for the overspending that they've done. And then, once there is a long-term spending deal in place, ICE again overspends the amount of money that they've been given and then makes up the difference by grabbing money from other accounts inside of the Department of Homeland Security's budget. A couple of months ago, ICE grabbed $200 million from other parts of the agency. They took money from the Coast Guard, from TSA, and most notably, they took $10 million from FEMA right as we were headed into hurricane season. It's horrific that they're just grabbing money from other accounts to move into the detention and deportation budget so that they can incarcerate and deport as many immigrants as possible. A big part of what they're using this additional money is to assign contracts to open up big new detention facilities, many of them with private prison companies. And so taxpayer dollars are being pulled from things like housing and education and healthcare to line the pockets of private prison companies who are making profits off of locking people up. Under the last Republican administration, our detention system was less than half of what it is right now. This is a system that we have collectively built and are choosing to maintain every day. 3 years ago, there were about 32 or 33,000 people in detention every day. That's already a huge number of people whose communities and families are impacted by that. But in just the last few years, we've gone from an average of 32 or 33,000 people per day to over 44,000 people detained as of today. And if we don't take action now, risk becoming a permanent part of the incarceration fabric of our country.